Happy New Year. Listen, we are back on the AFC agenda. Listen, I'm not even going to waste any time. We need to start with this weekend. It's Derby weekend, the Manchester Derby, but more importantly, it's the North London Derby. Tottenham Hotspur versus Arsenal at White Hart Lane. Colleen, how important is this derby?
In terms of what, though? Important in terms of pride, in terms of the title, or
all of it? I want it all from you.
I think we need to be realistic. We need to be realistic a little bit. I think we can beat Tottenham away from home. But
we haven't done it in a long time.
That's the caveat. We haven't done it in a while. So we can't lose our heads if we lose to Tottenham away from home. I think it's in the manner of the performance. I would take it. I mean, I want to win. I always want to win against Tottenham.
Don't say it. We're on camera. Don't say it.
I would take a draw, though. I would take a draw away from home and then beating United. In the grand scheme of things, I would. But I think we have the quality to beat Tottenham. Look at how they've been playing. Everything surrounding them. The way Conte's style. I think it's perfectly suited for a great game if you're neutral. But I think Arsenal can win it. And considering how it ended last season, 3-0, was it Holden got sent off in the first half?
Yeah.
I think there'll be some cause to right some wrongs from last season.
Definitely. Kerr, moving on to you now, yeah? The way the pattern's been going for the last couple of years is that when it comes to Spurs and Arsenal, the home games, both teams just get the job done. Yeah. The problem is doing the double over each other. It's been a long time. Do you reckon that is going to change with this game now? Obviously, the first game was 3-1, convincing win. I remember obviously, we remember all of the goals. Partey's goal. You know, Gabriel Jesus was like the Tasmanian devil. Romero got sent to the shop for sweets, and then he got sent back to the shop to get a couple of ice poles. Yeah, you know what I mean? Of course, he's missing. Is this the season where there's a double in the North London derby?
You know what? I sincerely hope so. And I reckon we're going to do it, you know. Being real, I actually reckon we're going to do it this time. Like Colleen said, I think a little bit of perspective needs to be had if we don't manage to go there and necessarily get all 3 points. But for me, if we can come out of there with a draw, I'll take it. But I want the 3 points, man. I can't even lie. I'm greedy. Like, this is the best I've felt going into a North London derby.
Definitely.
At their place in a good while.
In a long time.
And the reason for that is we're actually solid from the back going forward. And I feel like if you look at us in every away game this season, we've kept a clean sheet in quite a lot of them. And defensively, we've been very solid, very resolute. So I think, you know, last season, as you rightly said, we did kind of collapse. But if you look at the players that were missing in that game,
Partey was missing in that game.
We should have in this game.
Yeah.
In terms of Partey, you've got then the control and whatnot of having Zinchenko. That's another added dimension.
Only one missing
Saliba
is obviously Gabriel Jesus. That's the only one missing.
Jesus is a big one. But the way we've been playing without him so far, I got faith in Eddie that, you know, we can play well enough, put in a performance, and if any chances come Eddie's way, he can step up and put in a net.
Boom. Jermaine, usually going into the North London derby, the last couple of seasons, it's been more, as Colleen alluded to, it's been more about pride. So who's going to finish above who? Can we catch them? Can we make top four? Can we make it difficult for Spurs? But this season is different because we're not in 5th or 6th, you know, a couple of places off 4th. We're top of the league. We're not the favourites. Man City are the favourites, but a lot of people are saying, listen, this could be the season for Arsenal. So going into this North London derby, is it more about pride or is it about being professional and keeping an eye on the league and not getting carried away in the North London derby? Because I think last one, we lost our heads. I think everybody just put so much emphasis on that game rather than coming in and saying, listen, let's just not go in there and lose and then we'll deal with Newcastle. It was like it was all or nothing with that game. How do you feel we're going to approach it differently? Because we're top of the league right now, 5 points clear. Man City are going to be playing Man United. There's potential for points to be dropped there. So how do you reckon we're going to approach this?
Yeah, so firstly, last time I kind of feel that we, obviously, like I mentioned, we lost our heads. and we focused on their strengths. I think this time we need to focus on our strengths. We need to be more professional. I think we go into this. I think also as well, I think what is key for this time is we start off quickly as we've been doing. So with the Newcastle match, obviously we didn't get the result, but we started off quickly. Brighton, for example.
Brighton was the quickest and most happiest I've been.
Yeah.
Like that's, you just put it, when he scored, I thought, oh my word. Like, Lord.
But
Some of these games, even Liverpool with Martinelli, like
Quick.
within like a minute or whatever
and
it was.
that's been key to our success. But I think definitely we need to start off quickly. I think the problem we've got, the only problem I see going into this North London derby is the fact that we don't really have much on the bench to turn things around. This is why I think we need to start quickly and hopefully get that early goal. Because I was looking at, the Newcastle match the other day, and I saw that we didn't even have Emile Smith-Rowe that time. We had Vieira. I wasn't quite sure if he was ready to kind of change the pace of the game or do something to make it different or to give us the advantage. And I think that's going to be key to get that early goal. But go in there with confidence as well, I think we are the informed team. We're top of the league. We need to show that and take our chances, to be quite honest. So I'm very confident, but I do think it is key to start off early and try and get that early goal. Because I don't think Smith-Rowe, for example, I think it's good to see him back, but I don't know if he's match fit or ready to be that guy to change the game. He will be, but not quite yet.
Yeah. Colleen, the only player kind of missing is my player. I've made no secret that I think Gabriel Jesus was that light that Arsenal needed.
You're gonna lie?
I thought Aubameyang
You're gonna
was your
lie?
guy.
He's gonna lie?
Listen,
Gonna lie on the internet?
You know what I love about these people? They're always questioning. No, but he has been. No, that's what Gabriel Jesus. No, is what turned things. I need to show you my group chat. I'll show you the receipts. But once we signed him, I thought, you know what, things have changed on my. But for me, I think he's been the catalyst. Arteta's clearly said since he stepped in the door, the whole level has come up. But we're missing him. However, this is the question to you. Eddie Nketiah. A lot of people, I'm in and are in, 110K a week. Why did we hold on to him?
Number 14.
Now, this is a big game because he has been scoring. But a lot of people on the group chats have been saying, now, if Eddie scores in a North London derby, this will change a lot of fans' perspective because he's doing well. And we rate him, we put his arm around him. But sometimes you have them games where you get elevated from just, Jermaine's calm. And then, Jermaine's the main guy. Make sure he comes out next time.
That, bro.
You know them ones?
Said no one ever.
First one of the year.
I thought this was New Year, New Clean, man.
Who said that? Who said that?
But how important is it for Eddie this game if he scores?
I don't think it's that important for Eddie. I think it's important for the fans.
Okay.
I think Eddie has an elite mentality, and I've not been his biggest fan. I think when we saw the documentary, how that conversation he had with Lokonga, and how he's risen from in and out of the team. So back end of last season, when he stepped up, scored against Chelsea. He's got the record in scoring in a big game and scoring consistently.
Big game?
I would call
only
Chelsea.
Oh no, that's the only one though. That's
away
why.
Away from home.
Away,
Considering that
it.
in modern times we've had a patchy record at Stamford Bridge, and the last couple of seasons we've rectified that, and he's a part of that stat. But for Eddie, I don't think it's a thing. I think he, like I said, he's got elite mentality. I think for fans, including me, and I prefer Jesus, but you have to accept. They're different players.
They're
what
different
Jesus
players,
does, even when he's not scoring, is completely different to what Eddie does. And it kind of changes the way we play a little bit. But what I will say is that he's got much better in terms of his turns and his link-up play. And even his strength, very, very good. Very, very good.
Can I just ask, do you think that mentality towards Eddie will ever change? I kind of feel it's to do with the fact that his name is Eddie. He's born in England. No, because if he was Brazilian, for example, everyone would be like,
I think it's his poacher nature, though.
It's just a bit. It's a weird one.
I think he's got a stigma, the fact that he's an English he's an English footballer.
Yeah, but
to
you
be
look
honest.
at
If he was Brazilian,
Yeah,
a young Brazilian guy
you
playing
can't
for
say
Arsenal.
that though. You can't say that
Oh,
because
no.
for the very fact we've got Bukayo Saka and Emil Smith Rowe who's in this team, and you think how much they're loved by our fan base, they're sung about, etc.
And they're all from Hayland as well.
And that's what I was just gonna say, yeah, because the thing with Eddie as well, which I don't understand, is he comes from Hayland too. He's grown up in the club. Yeah. He's working his butt off.
What is
He's
it about
trying.
him then? Because I kind of feel there's
Like-
a stigma. What is it about it?
When he's
him?
given, when
there's a
he's
stigma
given
towards him.
Well,
when
it's
he's
quite
been given a chance,
yeah.
like his stat come up the other day. I don't know if anyone saw it
Yeah.
about like in the starts that he's had, the goals that he's scored.
Crazy.
Is that like the ratio is actually?
You know what it is though.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but at Arsenal, there's a few clubs in world football that have been blessed with strikers. Yeah, so Atletico Madrid, I don't know how they've done it over the years. Like it's just Aguero, Vieri, they just Torres, they just always,
Vieri.
Falcao. Liverpool is another team. They always have a bagsman. Like it's always been the case. And at Arsenal, you got big shoes to fill. So you've got Henry, you've got Ian Wright. Obviously, you've had Bergkamp there. Adebayor went on his little run. RVP.
You think that's why he's scrutinised?
Bro, so when you're coming under that,
because of their position.
It's
Come
his
on.
style of play, though.
You think that's what it is? More
no,
than
definitely, because you
anything else?
look at the names that are there that we've had in the past, and he's wearing the number 14 shirt as well. Another player that kind of suffered from that for a couple of seasons, his form did go off, was Marcus Rashford at Man United. When he first broke through, a lot of the United fans were like, "Oh no, he's a youngster, we like it, but this guy can't lead our attack." We've had Van Persie, we've
Even
had
up until
Van
this day,
Nistelrooy.
even to this day, that conversation's still being had.
He
And
just
I-
changed it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
The perception.
But with me, I kind of feel Killian was saying that he scored against Chelsea, and he did. But I'm not nitpicking. I'm just saying what the Arsenal fans are looking at. I was looking at the games he scored against.
Because you're an Arsenal fan. So just say this is you as an Arsenal
I'm
fan.
just trying to-
This is what you were looking at.
You've never had faith in it.
Look at him trying to deflect
you in
accountability.
What have I said
Look
about
at
Eddie?
him.
I
Deflecting
remember. You had no
accountability.
faith.
No, you need to. Listen.
I've
I got
had-
receipts.
I've had no
I've got
faith
the
in him.
receipts.
I've got the receipts.
I'll go.
No
through.
faith.
Oh,
No, but with Eddie, for me, he has done fantastic. He's taken his opportunity. You're right. He's different than Jesus. We saw from the Newcastle game. The thing is, there's plenty of ways to skin a cat. Now, Eddie has been phenomenal for us, but against Newcastle, we needed that bit of je ne sais quoi to move that defense, and Jesus would have done it that day because
100%.
he causes panic. So I'm not saying that.
The way he
Obviously,
just gets the ball, turns it.
exactly. I prefer Jesus, but Eddie's done his thing. But what I'm saying is if he scores in these big games, this is where
change
the
the
tide.
narrative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Emil Smith Rowe, boom, Tottenham game, he
Perception
scored.
changes,
It changes because you think this is actually one of the most important games of the season. If I knew Eddie Nketiah every time we play United, City, or Spurs, and he's got a
Very
good
well.
and he scores, you're not gonna think differently. You're not gonna start thinking,
And that's the thing, because he's got a different skill set than Jesus, and that's
Yeah.
why he can coexist in
That's
a squad
exactly,
with Jesus.
exactly.
Because the goals he's scored, compared to goals you expect Jesus to score, I don't think Jesus is necessarily in positions that Nketiah has been taking.
Oh, they're
to
very
score them
different.
goals
Yeah, they're very
that He
different.
scored. Do you get what
Yeah,
I'm
they're
saying?
different.
So
They're different.
It's different, but I just feel like you said, I think you hit the nail on the head. If he does score in these big games, and then the narrative doesn't change, then do we have to look at it as something different then?
Toxic Arsenal fans. That doesn't exist, does it?
Because I feel like I feel like he come in even the end of last season, and I feel like a lot of Arsenal fans forgot what he done for us at the end of last season very quickly, in my opinion. Because when
But
he
how long
come
did
in
it
last
last?
season-
How long did it last
No,
for?
it wasn't a long period.
But that's not his fault,
But that's
though.
not his fault because
The
at the end
whole-
of the day,
you know,
he
we-
wasn't given
we
the
get our point.
opportunities really like that to have that run of games. Then he did, and when he come in towards the back end of the season, he scored the goals. Granted, he didn't score us enough goals to get us Champions League, but I don't think you can put that solely on Eddie.
No, of course.
Because at that time, the rest of our team started to
Look at
not
Lacazette.
function properly.
It was
at that
terrible.
time. And midfield lost target.
You're cussing Lacazette. You're a shameless guy.
Bro,
No.
I've
Nah.
always been cussing.
You
Lacazette.
are.
This guy is.
Are you Jermaine?
I need to start
I've got the
recording the
receipts.
conversation.
Yeah.
I need to start recording the
Jermaine, I've got the
conversation.
receipts. With him, we play better. But anyway, all right, cool. Predictions. Colleen, Miss Smug herself. She gets all of the predictions right and went missing when Japan got knocked out. But anyway, of the World Cup.
Missing?
You went missing.
I don't know
You
what
went
you
missing.
mean.
You
I
went
don't know what
missing.
you mean. I had Argentina
to be
to
fair,
win.
she did have Argentina.
I did have Argentina to win.
I didn't think.
so,
I didn't think this through, did I?
So
Yeah, you did.
I don't know. I don't know. I think no. I do think we're gonna win. I know I said that it's a game that you don't want to lose. I would be happy with a draw, but I think we will win. I think this is where the tide changes. I want to say 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal. You want the win. What is the score prediction for you?
3-1.
That's nice.
3-1 Arsenal, yeah?
I like that.
3-1.
If we're ever gonna spank Spurs, it's got to be now. We're in the form of our lives.
that's a lot of confidence,
3-1. The way they're starting slowly in games, the way we're starting as fast as we are.
Yeah,
I
but
know
it's
it's a
a
derby.
derby though,
All right,
bro.
let me finish my point. I know it's a derby. Yeah, because that's what I was just going to say. Right? But I feel like if we start properly, okay, we keep our heads, we've got the experience and the players we want in the positions we want going into this game in terms of your Partey's, Ben White's, everyone. Our defence is looking solid. I just feel like our attack at the minute is very fluid, very potent. I just feel like Tottenham, if they try and sit in and all the rest of it, their defence is not Newcastle.
No, that's facts.
And I feel like if they try and take that kind of approach against us, I don't think that will necessarily work for them.
Not with the fans, not being at home
And
as
that's
well.
what I think. And
They can't do
their
that.
fans won't allow them to
Yeah.
do that. So I think this leads to them having to come at us, and which that kind of leads into our hands a little bit as well. So I see 3-1.
Jermaine,
Wow.
he said 3-1. You were trying to cut him and pull the mic from him.
Yeah, my bad,
Trust
my
me.
bad.
What you saying over there?
Your chest is big this week. Right, is that you're getting done?
You know what? I'm taking a leaf out
pause.
of Colleen's book, innit, you know? I'm
Okay,
down for
okay.
it. We're fans, innit? We're gonna do this.
Nah, I don't think we're gonna get the 3-1 victory. I think that's over optimistic. I feel personally. I think Harry Kane is definitely gonna get a goal because he's going for that all-time record as well, and he always scores against us.
That's why I gave him the
You
one.
know.
Lot of pens.
Yeah. But he'll probably drop in a box this week as well. I think 2-1 as well, to be quite honest. I think we'll get the 2-1. I think there's something different about this Arsenal team. I think defensively we're a lot more solid. I think we'll learn from the last match as well. To go in professionally, like you said before, use our heads rather than thinking it's a North London derby. It's just a match we need to win to kind of win that league.
That's the way
We're
they
gonna
should
for
go
it,
into it, yeah.
That's what we need, the mentality we need to have. So, yeah, 2-1, and I do feel that Eddie's going to get a goal.
I should hope so.
I would love for
I
him to
should
get
hope
that.
so.
I think after the Oxford match as well, 2 goals, I think that confidence will be instilled in him. So I think he'll definitely get a goal, and I think Martinelli as well.
Saka has a great record in our big games as
Yeah,
well.
that's
I
true.
wouldn't be surprised if
That's
he's very
true.
influential.
That's true. Nah, that would be good. Well, listen, there's only one way we're gonna find out, and that is on Sunday
What
when
about
the
you,
game.
bro?
Yes, This guy, I was thinking,
I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna go for 3-1 as well.
Wow.
To who? Just to make
To
sure.
Arsenal, yeah.
People are like, yeah, I said 3-1.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
This is a
No,
new-
I'm gonna go for
You're
3.
saying 3-1.
Yeah, to Arsenal. The reason why is
Wow.
See the two pragmatic.
no. What I want to do. No, I'm gonna go for that. What I want to do is the reason why I've been doing my maths. Yeah.
Okay.
And what I like is when you're just outside the top 4 or top, you do a lot of maths when you're looking at the league. And I've been looking at a lot of maths. So with Spurs, we're 11 points clear with a game in hand, if I'm correct, which I usually am. So check that, Colleen. So
I don't know about this math. Let's
now
see.
what happens if we go there and win? We go 14 points clear with a game in hand. So that, for me, that's done. They're out of it. We're not going to be talking about who's finishing about. Yeah, that's done.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, if we lose, they draw it back to 8. But for me, the next week's game is against Man City. And if Man City drop points against Man United, they ain't going to be looking to drop points against Spurs. So we can get back to 11. So you see with me, I'm not going in like, oh my God, the season's done. I keep thinking, listen, we can pull this back. The great news, we can go 14 clear and then we can take United on at home. Or if we lose, which we don't want to, or we draw, we could drop a little points. But Spurs have got a big, it's a while for us to catch. And you got City next week as well. And we've got United at home. And I know who's going to be more favourite to win that. So I'm going to go 3-1 on that.
Can I just quickly say?
You can take your time.
I just want to say that it's great that we're looking at going for the championship now rather than top 4, and all the rival teams are talking about copying the Arsenal model, the Arteta way, and how we've done things and how we've got there. If you talk to a lot of rival fans or just look on different podcasts, etc.
Well, listen, look, Graham Potter had these, and that's one of I rate him very highly. I think this Killeen, you know what, Killeen is something else, you know. See, I'm on a couple of platforms with Killeen, yeah. So she forgets. That's the thing. She's thinking, oh, no, yes, Killeen, Saturday,
Oh, no.
yeah,
Oh,
fine.
no.
So
Oh,
we've
no
got the
about
receipts on you. Don't worry about that. So as myself and Killeen have said in the
Okay.
past, we like Potter. Now she says she doesn't, but we got receipts on her. Don't worry
I don't
about
know
that. However, I noticed that in his press conference this week, he mentioned Arteta.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Potter said, "Oh yeah, he was under pressure the first 2 seasons. He finished
Lampard
8th.
the other week.
This is what I'm saying. So everyone's looking at that. But what you've got to realize, and as Arsenal fans as well, is you can't use that Arteta as a blueprint, because it was a very unique situation. Because if Arteta was at another club, he would have been gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if we had different owners, and the mentality of the owners 24 months ago was not the mentality of them now. So you can't just say, oh, the Arsenal way. He's lucky, because if it was a manager before him or after him, he wouldn't be given that time.
Yeah.
Emery never was again. He wasn't given that
If
time.
you were owning the club, you would have been God.
Same as you, Jermaine. Everyone here. Do you know why? At Khalid, don't even. I don't even have to look this way. Do you know why? Because I wasn't. Listen, what
I
after?
suppose that one of the benefits of hindsight as well, though, is although we were looking at the results and things like that,
Yeah.
from Arteta's perspective and saying he should be going at them points, I feel like one of the things that the documentary kind of gave us a bit of an insight into is that the club, in terms of the hierarchy, always looked to him and thought they saw something in him in terms of
Well,
they
Edu
saw
was-
his commitment,
yeah.
they saw his drive, they saw his vision, and they always kind of backed him.
Well, it was Edu really, because Edu kept
Edu was
saying
there, but obviously
there's
Josh was
something.
also one
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was,
That was
visibly
wrong.
in the documentary or
Yeah.
whatever backing him. So what I'm saying is, we've seen that. So although we thought in that time he's lucky that he hasn't kept his job, in their opinion, they weren't thinking he's lucky that he's kept his job. They just saw that something in him and kept.
To be fair, no, you're definitely right about that. But remember, there wasn't a lot of credit in the bank
No, that's right.
for the
That's true.
owners. Let's just be
Yeah,
real.
yeah,
It's
no,
only
that's
been.
it.
I haven't
And that's
heard.
why we were scrutinizing them even more.
That's the thing. So with this one, but with Arteta, you got to be happy to be proved wrong.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be proved wrong. If he's gonna turn it around, I'm happy.
Wait. You said you're happy to be proved wrong. As if
Yeah.
say you've not already been proved wrong.
Well, let's make top 4, because if we don't, boy, and we will. But
See, this is why you got to listen to him carefully.
no, I'm
That's
happy
why
to
you gotta
be
listen to him
proved
very
wrong.
carefully.
But Colleen,
because
you
that-
said that he should be out if we didn't get top 4.
last season, yeah, but then I was ominous. No.
Oh, what a lovely
with the eyes now.
What a lovely smile she has.
I said that. I said that.
Oh, so
but
you
then when
did.
it happened, I was gritting
You were
teeth.
quiet all
I
summer.
was gritting teeth. I said, okay, let's see what happens in.
Kerr was
And can I say, in this, as soon as the first game of the season, even before that, I said Arsenal will win the league after our summer business. I said that. It is documented.
Where can we
Hey,
find this?
It's on YouTube. It's on my Twitter. There's video clips. I said it in August.
Were you coming home drunk in the summer? Because summer, you had a nice summer. That's
Wow.
the thing.
Quickly,
Wow.
can I get your
Said you
opinion
were
on
in
one
January.
thing?
If the
yeah?
tweet was at 11 p.m., then let's not take it, because she's on her way
I want to
home.
get your opinion on one thing quickly, yeah? Arteta and the media agenda on him at the minute, in terms of like the narrative with him about him being a clown and whatever else.
It's
for his
boring.
Antics and whatever.
It's boring.
Where do you lot lie with this?
I just think it's boring, and this is the thing. It's boring. Oh, he's too passionate. Oh, he's shouting too much. He's too animated. Listen, look, everybody knows the one thing, that being an Arsenal fan, people watching this right now, everybody always dislikes Arsenal. You dislike us when
Yeah.
we're bad.
Yep.
You dislike us when we're top of the league. We're cheating. You just dislike us. And I like this, because
love
you're
it.
running
Yeah,
out
love
of
it.
things. And let me just look into the
So
camera.
you know we're back in it.
You guys have to allow it at home. Not Arsenal fans, yeah? But you other fans, allow this title talk. Oh, guys, if you blow the title, Shush. You're not fooling anybody here. You're trying to put us under this next pressure. It's not working. We see you. Allow it about, if you throw this title away, it's the worst ever. It's not the worst ever.
5 points.
And if you're a Tottenham fan, you've never won it. So I'm not taking any advice. Would you go and get mortgage advice from someone that doesn't have a house? Nope. Or lives on the street? Would you go to the hairdressers when someone says, I've never cut hair before? So don't tell us about blowing it and bottling it. That's all I've got to say on that one.
I like that. Mainly them South London Man United fans.
You need to go back to South London today, so be careful. Because we're going back to North.
Yeah, we're going somewhere safe. I don't know about this.
I'm not involved in it. South man, I'm not involved. I'm not involved. Right, guys, we're going to move on to transfers. I kind of feel it's been a little bit quiet, I think, in comparison to others.
It feels like deja vu.
It does. However, we've seen down the road, we've seen a lot of Manchester United podcasts where Gakpo was signed, the shirts were there, people were twerking on their, respective platforms, saying he's here, he's going to score lots of goals, and then he's having a medical at Liverpool. So it was mad.
It's a humbler.
But, Mikhailo Mudryk is a name that we've seen this so many times. We saw Vlahovic last season. Is it going to happen, Colleen?
I think it will happen, but I said at the beginning of the window for this particular player, it's that situation where it's not going to happen till the end, because it's like it's a game of chess, not just in transfers generally, but this one. Shakhtar want a certain amount. They know he's a very hot prospect. They know there's a certain fee. They've rejected bids in the summer. They know the position Arsenal are in. They know they're getting back from the owners. So until the player applies a little more pressure, or actually start applying pressure,
can you apply any more?
Hey,
no. He's been
twerking for fans. But listen, at the end of the day, if a player wants to leave and force something through, you skip your training.
But I respect.
But
I respect he hasn't done it though. That's something about his character. I don't like people that do that.
Listen, you see, this is why Arsenal have been winning things. They're like too nice, want this good character nonsense. No.
Colleen is ruthless on this one.
Listen,
and that's why Harry
Colleen is ruthless on this one.
No, listen, I think it will happen, but it could have happened a lot sooner if it forces Shakhtar's hand. It will happen at the end of the transfer window, but. Obviously, I trust Arteta with his transfers because they've been impeccable up to now, barring one or two, which might be jury's out, but not written off yet. So if this is who he wants, that's who he wants. But I think it's only going to be him because I know that we wanted Joao Felix. It didn't work out, for one reason or another, and the stupid setup that Chelsea have got for him. But I think that was one that was like a special player, and I don't think there's going to be another one for January. I think it's Mudryk or nothing.
Yeah. I mean, can I just say with Mudryk, apparently he's agreed personal terms.
Yeah.
And apparently it's around 40 to 45 thousand he gets once a week.
That's your wage, isn't it?
I wish.
I've seen your whip, man. That's your wage, yeah.
But if he's agreed a wage or a salary like that, and then they're wanting nearly 100 million euros for the player, the maths ain't adding up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, it is.
Ukraine, Shakhtar need money.
Yeah, of course,
they need money.
Of course.
I think it is adding up, and
what?
Yeah. Do you know why it's adding up? Because
remember, he's a mathematician. Remember earlier, with his 11 points, 8 points.
I've been doing my math. The reason why it's adding up is quite simple. Yeah, if the market is dictated to how much people are paying. Now, when we sit there and we see clubs like Manchester United spending 80 on Anthony,
but Gakpo.
Exactly.
No, but that's that's true. But the Dutch league is, no disrespect, it's not.
And the Ukrainian league
is. Hold on. Let me land.
Champions League.
No, let me land. The Dutch league, in terms of transfers, it's never. You don't really break transfers when you go there. They're a little bit more sensible.
So Anthony.
Well, that one, yeah. That was an anomaly. That's an anomaly. But if you look at all the other players that have come here from, how much was Martin? 40. 60? He weren't 60, was he?
Yeah. You've lost your. He's lost his whole argument.
I'm done.
I don't know what he was trying to argue. Bye.
Nah, man.
I was about to say. I hope this isn't live TV. But listen, but for them, they're looking at the Anthony, and that is their Anthony, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
It's not even that. It's the fact that because of the Ukrainian war,
Where we go with it? I'm not involved.
No. They've lost a lot of players who've moved on, either gone on loan, so they're running down their contracts, or they've left for like a marginal fee or for free, whatever. And so Shakhtar Donetsk have lost a lot of money in the fact that they've lost a lot of players. So they're trying to make this money back. They're trying to claw it back.
But this is their star. This is their star guy, though.
He's worth 100 million.
No, but he's worth what? Who's buying it? Yeah.
It's worth whoever's selling it.
We're saying he ain't.
But to them,
they're trying to.
Right, okay.
It was like Harry Kane, innit? Like when Tottenham wanted more for him.
Yeah, but 100 million. 100
for him.
The selling club, it's who, like, you know, how much it's worth to them.
Yeah.
However, I do agree though, 100 mil is insane. But it's not my money. It's not my money.
But what has he done for who? Okay, no, but let's look at this one. Let's look at Saka.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Real Madrid.
Yeah, but that's different.
Hold on. If Real Madrid come in for Saka, and they said, "I'll give you I'll give you 80 mil for Saka," what would you say?
Hell no.
And you know what Real Madrid will say to you though?
Yeah.
What has he done in the Champions League?
No. Let me say one.
No, but what would Real Madrid say?
Saka's a different situation.
Why?
Because look at the amount of games he's played internationally. Yeah. Look at the games. Look at
No.
Mudryk has only played
38 games.
Exactly.
38
Listen,
games.
no.
Also, well, I do feel that it's another situation. Like if we overpay for someone who's only 22 year, we're going to get another situation like Pepe, where the pressure is on him to perform. We don't want to do that. You start paying 100 million for a 22-year-old, yeah? Everyone's going to be thinking, well, the first thing they're going to say is, he's got to perform. What's he doing?
That's not the reason not to pay the money.
But that's not the reason. Yeah,
I
mean, no, you can't say that. You got to get the guy at the door.
Person's gonna
do.
Like, or
yeah, but that added pressure
or whatever. You can't just say because I've spent 70 million once on a player.
Look what they've done to Pepe. Look what they've done to Pepe.
No, Pepe was just useless.
That's what I'm saying. Like that could be that
Europa level.
I know players are in that bracket that you're gonna miss
but
out
he wasn't
on
worth 72 million.
Let me tell you one thing. If you look, I've watched him extensively, yeah, and I've proper watched him. If your
favorite line, I've watched this extensively.
Listen, I have. If you're telling me that, that price tag here. When you watch him, I don't think this kid's got any problems about, oh my God, I feel pressure.
Wait.
No, come on. He's just not at all.
Yeah, this Enzo Fernandez, just won the World Cup, yeah. Chelsea are talking about paying release clauses for 127 million and all the rest of it, yeah. Okay, he literally only got to Benfica at the beginning of the season.
Don't mean he's worth what they're
for
trying
16 mil.
Listen to what I'm saying. Let me finish my point, bro. Now, they've turned around and said, we want to pay the release clause, or we're potentially going to pay the release clause for him, or whatever, 127. Then it turns out they didn't, or whatever. They only bid 90 million or whatever for him. Cool. Bro, is he worth 90 million?
No.
Right. And how many games has he played?
I don't know.
He's played about 16 games, bro, for Benfica. And he's going for this amount of money. The point I'm making is, we're in a different kind of market right now. When you've got Man United spending, like exactly what Nabia said, when you've got Man United spending the money they're spending on players, Chelsea, the market we're in and competing with, bro, when teams. What do
you mean,
no? It doesn't mean just because the next man or team drop their pants, don't mean you have to drop your pants.
No, but hold on. But it's
like Colleen said, Gakpo, 37
Sorry,
million.
don't drag me into this little three fight here.
Okay, name another one.
What, another player?
Yeah.
Bro, do you know how many times? Listen, it happens that you
look at Odegaard, 35 million.
But Odegaard was at Real Madrid. So? Then he was at loan. What do you mean? Then he was at loan at Sociedad. So he was a bit in limbo. So we got him at a good time.
Everyone was moaning and saying we should have bought Maddison for the 60 million.
Nah, they were saying Maddison for 70 million.
They were saying Maddison.
Okay.
Point still stands.
But if it's your cash cow, listen, it makes sense to me with
if
things.
He wants it.
Yeah, because you're looking at it from a seller's perspective. I'm looking at it as the buyer.
Well, I have to buy. Well, I have to look at it from a seller's because we have to get it from him.
I'm coming as the buyer.
We are coming. The good thing for us with this one, if it happens, is that it doesn't look like he wants to go to anywhere else.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. But Jermaine, we need to look, if that's what the cost is for him, we need to go there. But I'm looking at the age and I'm looking what I'm seeing, and it's nasty.
Bro.
No, it's very nasty.
On YouTube.
Innit? You ain't watching in the Ukrainian league.
I didn't watch him in the Ukrainian league. I've watched him in the Champions League.
But
And
one
it's-
match.
and
Probably
it's-
one match against
listen.
Ajax.
Listen, I'm with my man.
Bro,
innit?
it's
I'm
three
with my
more
man.
than these, man, you know?
I'm looking forward.
Listen.
to it, bro.
Listen,
I'm
a couple
looking
seasons
forward
ago, we were
to it.
talking
I'm not
like
saying
a
spend
while.
100 million on him or whatever in it, but if we're gonna get him for like the quoted
Listen,
price of around,
let me-
I think it's gonna be
70
70.
Let me just say one more thing on this
Deal with
matter,
it,
yeah?
man.
Yeah.
A couple seasons ago, yeah, we were looking at that Awar guy for Leon, saying, yeah, they were trying to say 60 to 70 million
Yeah.
at one stage. Now, how much would you pay for that guy? I would not pay more than 10
But
million.
okay, let me ask you this though.
I wouldn't even buy him.
But let me
You
ask you
gotta
this.
be careful.
But you do have to be careful. But you're looking at Owar at
Who played in the
at
Champions
Leon.
League and he performed against Juventus
Fine. But what I'm saying, when the eye test never lies.
on YouTube, bro. On YouTube.
Well,
couple
you've seen him on YouTube and TikTok. I've watched a couple
On
Champions League
TikTok, he's
games.
a-
That's what I'm
okay,
saying.
okay, alright,
So I've done my scouting.
Alright, we'll
But
leave
what
it
I'm
there.
saying is that
Come
when you see that, you know that you got to put the money down. I'm with you. I'm not. We don't want to pay.
world
We
now,
don't want to
bro.
pay 60 or
Everyone's
70 mil.
paying
Apparently, I
80
heard this.
pounds.
Apparently,
Everyone's
I heard.
paying
We're talking about euros. Apparently, I'm hearing it's around 65 to 70
Yeah,
mil.
there's add-ons as
With
well.
add-ons.
Yeah, yeah.
And for a 23-year-old,
Yeah, yeah.
and what I've seen with that pace, because that pace, I've already been speaking to other Arsenal fans, and one of them have already nicknamed him Dash from The Incredibles, because the thing with him, what I've seen, it's not like, you see Gareth Bale, he had pace, one of the best ever, but that was on the flank. This guy, it doesn't matter where, he'll run in the middle with that pace, he'll run. So, pace scares.
Pace, bro. Pace.
What?
Pace. There's certain players have got pace. Pace doesn't mean everything, to be quite honest.
Jermaine,
Personally, I don't think that.
pace doesn't mean everything.
No.
For forwards.
If you got he needs to have a brain as well.
What pacey forward doesn't cause problems?
No, don't get twisted. But if they get injured or something, that pace goes, bro. I'm talking about long term. And also as well, another thing with that value, yeah, I'm looking at Arsenal in the past have bought players and they haven't been worth it. And in the end, they've tried to sell them and they've got nothing for them.
The guy's
And
22.
what I like about it, yeah, but then if you buy him for 80 million, how much are you going to resell him on for? You got to be careful, bro, especially if he's not that guy.
Okay,
It's
but
gonna
under
So
the
why
new-
go in
under
for-
the
you have
new
to be 100% sure he's
under
that
the
guy.
new regime, Arteta and Edu, when they've spent big so far on a player, has it come to bear fruit so far?
Who have they really spent big on, bro?
Thomas Partey,
Ben White.
Ben White,
Yeah.
All right.
30 odd mil on
But
Ramsdale.
50
Everyone
million-
was
50
questioning.
million's
That was a
calm,
lot.
So hold on a second.
Oh, so
50,
50 mil
Hold
calm,
on.
but 60 mil.
I will
Hold
pay
on.
50 million for Mudryk, bro.
50 mil for Ben White.
Yeah.
Yeah. And listen,
I'm listening.
50 million, Ben White.
45 million
When
for
he,
Arteta.
no,
50
hold
million.
on. When he came in,
50 mil for
when he
Jesus.
came in, he was our number one centre back. Yeah. As soon as Saliba's come in, he's like, look, you are right back, and it's worked out. So to add on another 20 million or 25 million for an attacker, you're questioning that.
No, it's 30
Exactly.
million, bro.
What's all madness am I
No,
here?
when they're showing-
It's another 35 million, bro.
For an attacker?
35 million, bro. For someone who played in the
So
European
someone
League.
who-
It's 88 million we're talking about Mudryk.
Someone who's been in where though?
Huh?
Where? Someone who's been in it. But you know, Shakhtar, they reel off a lot of top boys, you know.
So what?
What? Hold
Well,
on.
just-
You don't want Mudryk,
He's
do
just
you?
not
You
happy.
don't
No,
want Mudryk,
don't
no.
get
no.
twisted.
No,
No.
we're gonna do
I
it all day.
I do want Mudryk, but I want him for the right price. And I think Arsenal are learning.
But as a
Actually,
fan, why
I'm
do you
not gonna
care
say I'm a fan.
about the right price?
Because
Coming out
you
of
know
your
what?
pocket, innit?
I like the
I'm
way.
not. Listen, when I'm broke, I'm not asking Jermaine for nothing. I ain't getting. Trust me. I'm about let me just get a pot noodle and.
I want my team to be run properly as.
Is it not being run properly under Arteta?
No. As a business, it is now. Yeah. In the past, as we've seen from the resale value and the people what we try to sell.
So do you trust them then?
I do trust
I
them.
didn't. Then hold that.
That's why I like the fact that they're holding out.
70 million or 75 million. If they say that,
So Jermaine,
What's
if
the
you
problem?
trust them,
What's the problem?
65 with add-ons, I'll do it.
and if they've said he's worth 75 million and they spend the money, what problem is that of yours?
Look.
As a fan,
No.
of Arsenal, you're not holding the bank card here, bro.
No. But what?
thank God.
What's the issue?
Because if we do not handle transactions and buying players properly, then when we try to resell them, it's going to put us into
But we
financial
know that. But
situations.
what we also
We
know
don't want
is
to. I don't want to
if
be
you spend
willy-nilly like.
75 million on this player who's 22,
Bro,
who then
do
goes
you know
on
who
to
I-
win
do
us
you know-
But
the
Arsenal
league,
shouldn't be
who then
selling
goes
someone
on
for a
to be
profit.
world beater in the next
Yeah,
5 years.
Arsenal.
No, Arsenal. If you're
Why not? If a team like Real Madrid come in,
you. See, this is the old Arsenal mentality right
Yeah.
here. It's the
Jermaine,
old Arsenal
you know we're going for the
mentality
league now,
here.
you know?
Yeah.
no,
Talking about selling our players to Real Madrid. What's
We're
going
going
on?
for the league
What's
now.
going on?
No. But hold up. If a player doesn't work out, yeah, and we want to resell him on. We don't want to be buying. If it's like Felix, for example. Atletico Madrid has spent 126 million.
But
on
he's
Felix,
going back.
The man hasn't scored more than 8 goals.
But he's going back.
Man hasn't scored more than 8 goals in the time he's been there in any season. Yeah. Do you think he's worth that?
But they're paying like a 20
And they're
mil
trying to
loan
get that
fee,
money.
his
But I
wages,
feel
and
like
no
the
option.
system is a lot to do with that,
Gotcha.
and the environment he's in is a lot to do with how.
Yeah, but
he's
bro,
playing
how much they
there,
gonna try and
100%.
resell him on for? No one's gonna try and buy him for no 150 million because he ain't that
All
guy.
But you're talking
I feel like we have
about
to
another
wrap
process.
this up
wait,
because
wait,
we're getting nowhere.
Yeah. So we wrap
I'm
this.
right, you're right. No, I'm joking.
Right.
I just
Okay.
mad, bro.
That got really passionate, and as we know,
By certain people on the
keep
table.
let's keep Jermaine as far away from any business or transfer, because if he comes in the room, he's
Alright,
gonna
Chris,
burn
you'll
out
Get
no
the best
transfer.
deal.
All right, Christmas.
Listen,
party,
his
yeah.
poor family, right? When Christmas comes around, they're dreading a present from
No,
Jermaine.
listen, man.
Dreading it. Ooh.
You must be mad. It has to
Damn.
be worth it, you know.
I know, man, this needs
But
to
what
be
have you
that
done
don't
this year
even
to
open
deserve
the
it?
box.
Facts.
Damn.
Right, Colleen, you got a nice quiz for
Got
us.
another little quiz for you.
I've won 2 in a row.
You have. I've made this one a bit
What?
easier.
No,
What you talking
Yes.
about, bro? I won the last
I
one.
did, but what
I
happened?
won the last one.
No, what happened? I'd
you?
won.
Yeah, he did.
No, but then Jermaine was like, "Oh no, let's have one question. The
winner
winner
takes
takes
it
it
Oh,
all."
yeah.
And then he got the question right, and he didn't get any wrong through that. So we don't watch them, man. You know, in Wembley doubles.
It's gonna
You remember
be
Wembley?
a quick one though, because we got 5 minutes to.
Right.
Right. So this one's a little bit easier. Okay.
4.
Ooh.
This guy.
Right, dead easy. A couple Arsenal, 1 Tottenham, a bit of United, since those are the topics we've covered today. So we'll start off nice and easy. First one to answer. So this is my first and only one that's going to be like an old one, okay? But as Arsenal fans, they should know the answers.
Fine.
So I don't know about these people then. When did Arsenal move from South London up to North London, as in the year?
19. I'm gonna say 37.
No. Also, I love your tactic. Wait to see if the bear answers. If he gets it wrong, he's like, yes, yes, get in there.
Is that Jermaine?
Both of them,
Hater.
they didn't even, none of them even were even attempting to think. They just
No.
sat there and was like,
I know what
No.
you're talking about.
you're way too late.
No, name. No,
listen.
say a date, and then whoever's the closest.
Okay,
answer.
Okay, so you said 1937.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying 1942.
Okay.
Curse saying something that he don't believe in.
Arsenal fans, yeah. Just remember that.
You know what?
No, you
No,
said your
that's
answers.
it, Jermaine. Stop trying to bend the rules, man. Every quiz is trying to bend the rules. Come on now.
19. What did you say?
It don't
Ah,
matter.
it doesn't
It
matter.
don't matter what I
It doesn't matter
say.
what he said.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
What are you saying?
1920. 1928.
All right.
Go on.
The answer is 1913. Kerr gets a point.
Do you know what? That's his, I swear that's his first point.
That's his first point in the last.
No.
three episodes.
The first. He comes second. No, he comes second. The first. Yeah.
Shit, so slow
Yeah. Don't worry about
down,
Jermaine.
boy.
That's quite.
This guy's getting a bit uppity
I'm quite
today, bro.
disappointed in you guys.
Hey.
From Dial Square to the Royal Arsenal. Just think about the names, and as we moved across.
You know what it was? I think it was Jermaine's transfer thing with Mudryk. Like, it's wound me up, man. Man don't want us to progress.
Okay, in that same vein, when Arsenal was, what was Arsenal's initial name?
The Woolwich Arsenal.
Anyone else got an answer? I'm not gonna tell if you guys are right or wrong until the end.
I didn't really get the question.
What was
I
Arsenal's
was gonna say Woolwich Arsenal.
initial
This guy's
name? What was Arsenal's first name? Their initial name. Initial name.
To be fair, I would have said the same thing.
Yeah, Woolwich Arsenal FC. Let's put that.
Do you know what? Yeah, I don't know for these lot. You know, we just had the wraps come out yesterday. I don't think these lot even watched when the wraps came out for the new stadium unveiling, because it was Dial Square.
Okay.
That these lot. No?
Can we cut this before
I
this
don't
goes out?
I don't know.
No, cut it. Cut it.
I thought
thinking
this
the
quiz
same
was going to
thing.
be current time.
Right,
yeah?
right. Now we're getting a bit more current because clearly
Oh, are
these
we?
lot don't know that.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
You're usually ageist,
wow,
to be fair.
wow.
You're usually ageist. Now
I
you're
don't know.
down back.
Listen. I know my football club.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't know about these pretenders over here. I don't know.
I'll take that. I'll take
I don't
that.
know.
got
Says
I'll
the
take
person
this.
on Google.
Right. Who is the youngest ever goal scorer for Arsenal at the age of 16 years, 6 months, and 28 days?
That is
Walker.
Cesc Fabregas.
point here. Cesc Fabregas. It's not Theo Walcott.
Yeah,
So-
it's England.
And that was in a League Cup game, I believe. Hold on.
Shut man. Yeah, next question.
Wow.
I love it, you know.
Okay. In 2004 at White Hart Lane,
Yes.
Arsenal beat Tottenham Hotspur 5-4. Who scored the winner?
Robert Pires.
You see what I mean? The bird answers, they just sit there.
No,
in
but you didn't get the
silence.
question. It's first.
I know I normally do it first and buzz you out, but I'm kind of curious to hear what you guys might say. So we've got a nomination for Pires.
Oh, we're taking nominations now.
No. I mean, if
This
that's
is
right, he said it first. I'll give the point to him. But I'm curious. Well, who do you think it is? 5-4. That memorable day at White Hart Lane. And this was around when these lot were like, you know, in their peak memory
Who
time
was?
days.
I don't think I was
Who
born
in
yet.
my
These guys-
peak?
these
I
guys-
was young.
I don't even think I was born yet.
2004. Do you know how
don't-
young I was?
Don't believe them. They were like,
Jermaine had Kane Roll.
But
I don't even know if I was born yet.
you're going by the name of Devontae, Jamal.
No, he had the Hazel contacts. You had the Hazel contacts back
The
then.
blue contacts.
Yeah.
Them man there.
All right.
Nah.
I mean,
Nah, this is
Alright,
level enough.
Henry,
No,
Henry,
they
okay.
didn't
All
get
right.
it
All right.
Henry, did you say? And then who do you say?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, well.
Okay. The bird's right. It is
Yeah,
Robert
like
Pires.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you knew you were right too.
He's been.
Well, I'm always right.
He's always looking at the phone. That's why.
Not the first
What?
one.
This has
Okay.
to-
So this one, we're now going up to.
This is whoever gets this one.
No, we're not doing that. No, we're not
I
doing
have two
that.
questions left. Isn't
Okay,
it?
cool,
No, we're not-
Cool.
So
Well,
when
have you
Jermaine-
got it right
Can
yet?
we do that for the last
No.
one?
We're not
Please,
doing.
man.
We're
Come
not.
on, man.
No, we're not
Come
doing
on,
that
man.
again.
Did
It's
it?
no, not after the chaos of last
Yeah,
time.
we'll.
Big
we'll
friends.
I
So,
know.
We're now going up towards the north
Yeah.
in Manchester. Right now, listen carefully.
It's a good answer.
Okay, the semantics of the question is a role here.
Well, this is about that derby, yeah?
So it's about the Manchester derby. Who was the last player to leave Manchester City and then play for Manchester United?
The last player to leave Manchester City.
Manchester City
Tevez. Carlos
go
Tevez.
to.
Oh, it depends on
Manchester
Manchester
United.
United.
That's
Oh,
wrong.
wait,
That's
wait,
wrong.
wait.
That's
He's
wrong.
out. He's out. No.
No. Can I just say something? Come on, let me hear this.
Dennis
Yeah?
Irwin.
No.
you're out, you're
No.
out.
Can I just say something? You see how men don't listen? You
No,
see?
it's him.
No.
He didn't
Did you
listen.
hear how I said?
Dennis
Listen
Irwin.
to
What's
this.
his name?
No.
No, you can't say that.
Well, you're out, man.
You're
Listen,
out, bro.
Yeah.
I
out,
said
man.
listen to the semantics of the question. I was like,
I know this answer as well.
Manchester
I know this.
City.
I know this answer as
Go on.
well.
Go
I'm
on.
telling you now, and you're gonna look at me now and say, "Nah, Nobs, this guy's a G."
Go on.
Ryan Giggs, and his name at that time was Ryan Wilson. Tell me
You're wrong.
what?
You're wrong.
I love that. Pusso.
You needed that.
Am I wrong?
The humbleness.
You're very wrong. And I knew you were going to be wrong. I knew it.
Go on. Who is it? No, I am vexed now.
Huh?
That is your reaction.
Alright, what was the question again?
From Man City to
Right.
No, vexed.
Who was the last player to leave Manchester City to play for Manchester United? I'm sure there's a caveat of like, you know, their first team player. Nothing to do with academies.
Nah, I'm vexed.
Okay. Are you going to get this? Are you going to give me an answer?
You know,
Nah, I'm fuming.
Peter Barnes.
that's what I was gonna say.
Peter, but what?
Wow.
That's yeah. But
These lot, this
But
is what
can
I
I-
mean. This is
You
why you
say
can't
Peter
listen.
Barnes.
Peter Barnes.
But can I add on though?
never heard of
Can I add on? It is true what I've said.
Who's that?
What year was that? Sorry, hold on.
I'll tell you the year.
You
Wait,
know
wait.
what? Yeah.
No, I've got her.
No. Do you know what?
I've
No.
got her. I've got her. What year was this?
No.
What year was this?
Whoa. How dare you? How dare all
dare you?
three of you gaslight me?
I'm asking who it is.
The quiz master.
Who is
If
it?
I tell you it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's
Can I
wrong.
politely ask you what year it was?
We're
please?
moving on.
You know why?
We're moving on.
Yeah, no, she knows why.
We're moving on.
She knows
What year
why.
was this?
We are moving on.
Okay, we'll move on. I'm gonna deal with this off camera.
Right.
Next show, first 10 minutes, I will address this.
Nah, this is
Right.
Last question.
Whoever gets this one.
No.
No.
But I don't think you're gonna get this one though. Either. I'm not gonna lie.
No, Colleen is the quiz
you
master.
don't respect me
She
at all.
deserves it.
So now I'm the quiz
I
master.
respect you. Yeah, you're the
Okay.
quiz master. Yeah.
Right.
Jermaine Lowett.
Don't respect me at all.
3, I think.
Excluding.
You man ain't gonna win. But yeah,
Have you
go
got
on.
2?
I thought it was 3.
I don't know about that. Excluding
Yes.
Erling Haaland
Yes.
and Phil Foden. So for Jermaine, who's hard of hearing over there, excluding Erling Haaland and Phil Foden. Okay, you ready for the question? Who scored the last hat trick in a Manchester derby?
Excluding
Excluding Erling Haaland and Phil Foden.
I know.
Wait, before you say, because he might actually know. I don't know.
No, I do
we've got
know.
a good track record. Thing 1 and thing 2. You guys look a bit lost.
I think I know this one.
Go on.
Wait. Before you say, no. I wanna.
Your chest is high, Rude
Let
boy,
me
talk.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can give you. No. I want to hear. Let me see if I can give you.
Oh, I
a
do
little
know.
hint.
Can I answer it now?
No. Can I give you a hint? I'll give you a hint.
I don't want a hint.
I want to give it for the boys.
Okay.
I want to make this less painful.
All right.
So he's Ukrainian. Speaking of
Dzeko. Done.
Shevchenko.
You're wrong.
Am I wrong?
You're
Who
wrong.
did you say?
Dzeko. I thought it was Dzeko that scored the hat trick.
It's not Dzeko. No. So boys, I've now told you he's Ukrainian. He used to actually play for Shakhtar Donetsk as well before he was transferred to Manchester United. So I've given you a hint. He played for United between 1991 to 1995.
Oh, Andrei Konchesky.
Yes!
Is the last to score
A
what?
hat trick in a Manchester derby.
I don't believe that.
But what was that?
Listen,
Year-old or something,
Bro.
No. I need to. No, I respect the quiz master.
it's actually a standard fact. Actually,
Can I
So
just say that
hold on. When Dzeko, hold on a second.
in
He's
the last,
disrespecting you.
he is. He's
don't-
disrespecting
You know what? I'm
me.
gonna.
See that?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna respect this. But we will.
You won the
I know.
quiz.
I've won. Oh yeah. Okay, that's fine.
You won the
unlucky,
quiz.
fam.
Do you know what?
Wrap up.
I know. Do you know what?
What do you mean? In 1991, you guys were like, what, 35? What's going on
no.
here?
Not even 5.
You should have been watching football. Shame on you, man.
Exactly, you're
No, you should have been
I wasn't
watching
even
football.
born.
You should have known.
To remember it.
Yeah, you should.
That's a lie.
I wasn't born.
You weren't born between the years 1991 or 1995. You're a
Jermaine.
liar. You were born before then. Stop lying.
Wrap up the show.
No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's wrap the show. Can I just add though before we wrap it?
Be careful.
I am gonna say, but Ryan Giggs did move from Manchester City to Man United.
That
so
may be true, but
that
it was
is-
not the answer to my question.
And I just wanted to know the year. We will investigate this after. It has been a year of investigations, so we will do it. But listen, look, that was the AFC agenda on Big Ego Media. Guys, make sure that you do subscribe. Jump in the comments. If you agree with, us guys, make sure you put it in there. And we will see you for our next episode.
Peace.